This is our hero, Noor, who we see working to clean the city. His job in the Adventurers Guild involves performing some ordinary tasks. Noor loves his job very much and works tirelessly. He possesses crazy physical strength and can lift enormous weights without getting tired, thanks to which the work in the city goes smoothly. While talking to a merchant, he sees a gleam coming from a nearby cave, and suddenly he hears a girl crying for help. Noor quickly runs towards the cave and finds a huge cow emitting a terrifying aura attempting to kill the girl. The story goes back in time to learn about our hero Noor's past. 15 years ago, Noor lived in the Kingdom of Clay in an ordinary house. Despite his young age, he did the household chores alone and prepared some medicine for his sick mother, who was bedridden and had no one but Noor to take care of her. He was happy with his life and loved doing hard work without getting tired. His mother warned him not to go beyond the rock that surrounded their house, and he assured her not to worry as he only went to hunt rabbits to make her soup. His poor mother was suffering from a serious illness, but she tried to hide her pain from her little Noor, telling him she was sorry she couldn't do anything for him, but wanted him to live the life he desired. Noor was greatly affected by his mother's words. At night, Noor returned from hunting and started preparing soup for his sick mother. When he finished, he was shocked to find that his mother had passed away. Sad about what had happened, Noor was left alone in this life after losing his father earlier and now his mother. Despite the harshness of life, he refused to give up and continued doing household chores alone tirelessly. He cleaned the house, read books, collected firewood, fished, and tended sheep. He did everything by himself, overcoming the harshness of life. While cleaning his room, he found an old book on the top shelf. This was the same book his father used to read stories from to him before bed. One of the stories his father told him was about an adventurer. Noor did not know what an adventurer was, so his father explained that an adventurer is someone who slays a giant dragon, learns magical spells from an ancient wizard, breaks a curse cast upon the forest, and obtains a healing elixir for all diseases from the King of Death. The adventurer does all this for his friends. Noor was greatly impressed by the work of the adventurer and became obsessed with the story of the legendary adventurer. Now, Noor reads the story of that adventurer alone and remembers his mother's advice to live the life he wants. Noor decided to pursue his dream and become an adventurer. So he woke up early in the morning, bid farewell to his parents and his village. He hesitated to cross the rock that protected their house, but eventually gathered his courage and left this magical barrier. He couldn't sleep that night due to the noise of the animals in the forest. He continued walking in the forest until he found a high place overlooking the royal capital. Noor hurried and was allowed to enter the royal capital easily. Noor was stunned by the city as it had a lot of trade, and anything he looked for he found in this market. While wandering around, he accidentally met a giant adventurer and admired him greatly, dreaming of becoming like him. He immediately went to register at the Adventurers Guild, but the receptionist kicked him out, saying that this place was not for children. Noor refused to leave the guild until he registered himself, and he told the receptionist that the guards at the gate had told him he could become an adventurer if he came here. The receptionist, not wanting to throw him out after learning he was an orphan, told him that in this case he must go to school to train in the various categories. He informed him that he was the only child allowed to train to become an adventurer and sent him to the Royal Training School. There, a person learns the category in which they will work. The receptionist told Noor that if he wanted to be an adventurer, he had to acquire some skills first, like swordsmanship or magic and such things. Noor took this advice to heart and immediately went to the Royal Training School. He wished to become a swordsman like the heroes in storybooks, who could fell a mountain-sized dragon with one strike. He began training in sword swinging, but despite months of training, he failed to acquire the skill of a swordsman. He was weak and had no skill in the sword, so the trainer ordered him to stop this training because he had no talent in this category. The only thing he mastered was dodging to avoid attacks. The trainer advised him to choose another category in which he might be talented. Noor's dreams of becoming an adventurer swordsman evaporated. He turned to train as a warrior and began rigorous training despite his young age. But after several months, the trainer of this category told him that he would never become a warrior no matter how hard he tried because he also lacked talent. Afterward, Noor tried the hunter class but failed once again. He also tried the thief class and failed his first test. Noor didn't give up and moved on to the mage class. Despite all the training he underwent at the school, the only thing he could manage was a tiny flame. The instructor of the class said to him, "For the first time in my life, I see someone so weak in magic like you." Every class Noor entered, he failed in, lacking any talent. Each time he was expelled from the royal training school, Noor would return sad to the receptionist, who was shocked after Noor spent 3 whole months training without acquiring a single talent. The receptionist told him, "I'm sorry, but I cannot allow you to register as an adventurer." Noor became even more determined to train and increase his strength. He made a wooden sword by himself to train with and began practicing dueling on his own. Noor only possessed the dodging skill from the swordsman class, so he concentrated his efforts on developing this ordinary skill. He trained morning, noon, and night tirelessly. Our hero does not know the meaning of giving up. After 1 year of training, his skill strength increased a bit, and he was able to dodge several swords at once. A smile returned to his face because he felt he was improving. After 3 years of intense training, Noor became strong and could dodge 100 swords at the same time. However, he did not acquire any new skills. Does Noor stop training? No. He continues training non-stop until he becomes an adventurer. He trained morning, evening, and night without rest until the handle of his wooden sword broke. Despite this, he did not stop, but decided to train even more intensely. After 4 years of intense training, Noor was able to unleash strong winds just by swinging the wooden sword and could now deflect thousands of wooden swords. Despite all the power he gained, he did not acquire any new skills. He spent 14 years training, and his body's genetics refused to evolve in terms of skills. Noor decided to make one last attempt to join the Adventurers Guild. He said goodbye to his village and returned to the royal capital. After many years, the receptionist at the Adventurers Guild had changed, and even she refused to register him because all his skills were very weak. She told him to train at the school to acquire some skills, but Noor told her he had already gone through all the training classes before. The receptionist was shocked by his weakness and did not allow him to register as an adventurer. Noor sat down to talk to another employee at the guild and told him that he had trained all this time without being able to acquire new skills. The employee told him, "There are different ranks of adventurers. Rank S is the highest, and rank A is the lowest. To register, even in the lowest rank, you need to have more than one useful skill, but poor Noor does not have that." Noor realized he had no other option but to give up. However, the employee told him there was another way to become an adventurer. Noor was overjoyed, and the employee said, "There is actually something lower than rank A, which is rank F, that nobody wants to register in." Noor didn't mind, and he was eager to register regardless. However, there were conditions to registering in this failed rank. He was prohibited from taking on any tasks that involved killing anything or going outside the city to gather elements. What he could do with this rank F was perform various tasks throughout the city only. The employee said, "Those who accept this rank become adventurers just to fulfill requests." But Noor didn't mind and asked to be registered immediately in this rank. All he cared about was becoming an adventurer, even if his rank was worthless. He did register in the guild and received his F-rank adventurer's license. Noor was very happy and finally able to live as he had dreamed. In his joy, he immediately started on tasks, using his physical strength to carry heavy loads for merchants in the city. In his spare time, he trained alone on sword swinging. Noor's life became full of activity after he became an adventurer, helping the townspeople. He played with the little children and trained in sword swinging, feeling very happy because he had achieved his dream of becoming a useful adventurer for the people. One day, Noor was performing a task of cleaning the sewers, as we saw in the beginning. When he heard the girl screaming for help, he ran towards the cave and found a huge cow that had bound the girl with its magic and wanted to eat her. The kingdom's knights tried to protect the girl, but the monster killed the strongest knight among them with a single blow, shocking Noor with the monster's strength. The monster continued killing anyone who tried to protect the girl until they were all dead, leaving only the girl, unable to move because of the magic. When the monster wanted to kill the girl, Noor intervened and hit the monster with a stone, distracting it and causing it to chase after Noor. Noor was weak and would die if he received even one hit from the monster, but he used his dodging skill and managed to deflect the monster's attack, throwing it away. However, the monster came back and attacked Noor with its axe, shattering part of Noor's sword. Noor continued using his dodging skill but realized that his sword would break soon. When the monster attacked the girl again, Noor used a feather step to reach the monster and successfully protected the girl, but his sword broke completely. Noor was ready to sacrifice his life to protect the girl, remembering his father's words that a true adventurer is one who raises his sword to protect the weak from evil. The monster attacked Noor again, and Noor blocked it with the remaining part of his sword. Thanks to the strength of his dodging skill, he managed to deflect the monster's axe until it rebounded and cut off the monster's head. The magic binding the girl dissipated, and she thanked Noor from the bottom of her heart and asked for his name, but he refused to tell her and left. Apparently the girl was a princess or something of the sort. Noor now realized his weakness and said to himself, "I can't believe that just a cow, not even a demon, posed such a great threat to me. I still have more training to do." And with this, we reach the end of the first episode of this beautiful anime. If the clip reaches more than 500 likes, the second part will be released as soon as possible. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel in appreciation of my efforts. Peace!